everyone who is watching, both children and adult. Today I'd like to turn to the book of Genesis, specifically to the creation of humankind. Now, if we remember, God has created the heavens and the earth in only 6 days, not 7. And then he takes the dust from the ground and creates the first person, Adam. And from Adam, he created Eve. Now, why were Adam and Eve different? We had seen in the previous days that God had created the darkness, the light, the water, the vegetation, animals, fish, birds, absolutely everything on the planet. But when it comes to Adam and Eve, the Bible very specifically states that they were created in God's image. Now, people have been fighting and fighting and fighting about what this means for thousands upon thousands of years. Does it mean that God, like humans, has a head, 2 hands, 2 feet, can walk around on 2 legs? Quite possibly. It's not really likely that he is a big guy with a big white beard sitting on an actual throne up in the sky, as sometimes we imagine him, but that would be in his image, certainly. But what else could it mean? Well, we know that humanity is diverse. We're all different from our basic characteristics of our bodies, eye color, hair color, skin tone, where we're from on this planet. But something about humans is different. Something is in God's image. If you think about how we're physically formed, don't certain types of monkeys also have 2 hands and 2 feet and occasionally walk on 2 legs? My poor cat Archdeacon, who can barely walk at all, he's got 4 legs and sometimes he stands up like this and can walk around. He's very talented like that. But I really don't think that that's what the Bible meant. Well, what does it mean? That's what people have been asking themselves for years and years, decades, centuries, millennia. That is perhaps what we should be asking ourselves now. What does humanity have that sets us apart? What do we have that is in the mirror image of God? Well, throughout human history, we've seen both the good and the bad. We've seen the love and the compassion and righteousness that builds up civilizations. But then we've seen the greed and the hatred and the possessiveness that just tears them down again. 2,000 years ago, it was inconceivable that the Roman Empire would ever fall. And now, what is it? It's not even on a map. The language is all but dead, except in academia and certain Roman Catholic services. What do we have? What do we have that is a gift from God? A gift that animals sadly do not possess. A gift that the birds who soar through the sky do not have. A gift that even the most beautiful of flowers cannot dare to dream of. I believe that it is the gift of reason. Reason goes hand in hand with free will. Without free will, we cannot reason. And when we reason, we need free will to put this in place. Humans, unlike any other creature or any other thing in creation, can determine what is right and what is wrong. We can know deep down what we should do and what perhaps we shouldn't. So next time you look in the mirror, whether you're 3 years old or 103. See your reflection. See that you are made in God's image. It has nothing to do with whether you have white skin, brown skin, darker skin, whether your eyes are round or not. It's your ability to look at yourself and know whether you are good or not, whether you let your choices be affected by what you know to be good and true, and what might just be popular opinion. Think a bit. Don't necessarily act rashly, but consider, reason, and with the free will that God gave you, implement this reason. Amen.